Hi everyone, I'm Maggie Weldon from maggiescrochet.com, and in this video I'm going to show you the border for the puff shell little baby doll Afghan. And this was a previous video on YouTube, so you need to watch the video to see how to do the puff shell stitch, and it's way simple. You'll be surprised at how simple it is. And this video, I'll take you to a close-up, and Christina will show you how to put the little edge on it, because we got a lot of requests for that. And then while I'm at it, I thought I would show you this adorable little pattern that I designed when my daughter, who is now 30-something, which I can't believe, she was in kindergarten, and she used to have, I made her these in all different colors, and she used to wear them to school. It was adorable. And then she had a doll just like this, but it had the yellow hair, and her name was Kelly. And so I had to make Kelly a matching one. So in this pattern that's available at maggiescrochet.com, it's pattern number PA886. It shows you how to make this poncho in several different sizes, and it's hooded, so it's really cute. And then the little doll's poncho is hooded also, and it's done with worsted weight yarn. The skill says intermediate, but I think it could lean more towards easy. So anyway, let's get started on your close-up lesson, and the links to everything are listed below. And thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel and share our videos, because it really helps us out a lot. Thank you.
Hey everyone, this is Christina from maggiescrochet.com. Today I want to show you how to put the border on this baby doll puff shell Afghan. So we finished all 30 rows of the pattern, ending with our white. Now don't cut off your yarn. We're going to go ahead and use the same color white to do our border. So starting, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn. Now, going across the top for your border, it's pretty much just like doing another row of the Afghan, only I'm going to start with a shell here in this first stitch. So that's 5 double crochets, and I'm going to be working only in the back loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I will make a single crochet in the middle of this shell. And I'm going to keep doing this all the way across. So doubles in the back loop. Let's see, that's 3, 4, and 5. And then skip 2, single crochet in the middle of the previous shell. We'll go through both loops for that single crochet. And I'll just repeat this all the way across. Of course, you could use this border on any pattern. It looks especially good with the shells that we've already made here. So I'm going to finish this the rest of the way across the top, and I'll come back when I get here to the end of the row. So now I've made it across the top of the row with my shell stitches. I've done a single crochet in the middle of the last shell from the last row, and then right here where I turned, I'm going to go ahead and do one more shell, and this should help us turn our corner very nicely. Oops. 2, 3, and 4, and one more. Now we're going to just make a little single crochet right about here. And that's how we turn our corner, that little shell right there. Now working down the side of your Afghan, this is where some people get a little mixed up because there's not quite as clear stitches to put your hook through. But we want to try to get about 10 shells down the side here, and since we have 30 rows, that's a shell every 3 rows. But I'm going to go ahead and put one, let's see, that's my border, 1, 2, 3. We'll go ahead and put one right here. So I'm just going to do my usual shell, 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then about a row later is where we'll put the single crochet. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3. Put another shell right into here. And then our single crochet, about right there. So you just keep doing this down the entire side of the Afghan. It's going to give us a nice border here. You can always do more if you want it to be a little more bunched up, a little more like the puff shells that we did in the Afghan. This right now is a fairly flat border. See how it's kind of stretched out. So I'm going to keep continuing to do this. See, I'm gonna do for another one about here. The important thing is that you just try to keep them evenly spaced out. So if you decided you did want them closer together, a little more of a ruffle effect, just want to make sure you're doing them the same number of rows apart, whether that's every 2 rows or every row. Like I said, I'm going about every 3, and that's going to give us a nice spaced out little ruffle there. Get my blue paper back under here so you can see a little better. So I'm going to finish doing this down to the end of the side, and then I'll show you how to come across the bottom where we first did our initial chain foundation. So after I finish coming along down the side with my shell stitches, it's time for me to turn the corner and then come across the bottom where I started with my foundation chain. So let's see, I think I can get one more shell in here before I turn. So let's see, we'll go right into here, work our 5 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now across the bottom here, I want to work my shell stitches into the same same chain loop that I worked them into the first round. So all these little loops sticking up here, that's where I'm going to work my crochets across the bottom. So as you can see, I've got one right here. So I've got to go ahead and kind of finish this shell off right about there. And that's going to give us a nice bit of yarn to turn our corner with, so the corner's not tight. So I'm going to work my shell stitches into the bottom of these chains here. 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, 5. And then for my single crochet, I'm going to try to get that in the same stitch again that I did my single crochet on the first row, and that's going to be right about here. And then again in this loop, do my shell stitch again there, my 5 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see, there's my next stitch where I'm going to do my chain, my shell rather. So it looks like my single crochet is right about here. Creates a nice little loop there where my shells are worked into the same stitch. So again, I'm going to continue this all the way across. So I'll have a shell here, and then we'll do another shell here in the corner, and then we'll continue up the other side, just like we did the first time, trying to get the same number of shells. You know, if you got off, I know it says 10 in the pattern. If you get off, that's fine. Just try to make it match. Try to make it even. That's the really important part, is to make sure it's even. So I'm going to do the bottom row here. I'm going to come up the side, and I will join you again here where we match up our rounds and finish off this cute little doll Afghan. So I've finished coming up the side of my Afghan with my shell stitch. And now all I've got to do is just link this together, snip my thread, tie it off, and weave in my ends. So all I've got to do here is just do a little slip stitch through the side of my double crochet there in my shell. I'm gonna snip back here, make sure I have plenty of room to weave in. There we go. All I've got to do is just weave that in, and my edging on my little baby doll Afghan is complete. Like I said, you could certainly use this edging on a number of other things as well, but it does go really nicely with our little puff shells that we have done here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any requests, please leave them in the comments, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks so much for watching. You can get all the materials for this project at maggiescrochet.com.
Draw up a loop, draw through 2, draw through 1. Yarn over, or if you accidentally drop it, those loops won't fall off your hook. So now I'm going to continue on, skip that one, pick up this one, skip,